The morning was crisp, with 6 inches of fresh snow blanketing Pine Hollow overnight. I stood on my porch, sipping coffee, planning routes for that afternoon's photography tour du La 1200 and revenue on the line. At 48, after 3 decades in construction, my mountain cabin was more than a home, it was my legacy, built by my father's hands. My snowmobile, a Polaris 850 parked beside the cedar porch, wasn't just a vehicle, it was my livelihood, powering Mason wilderness tours for 10 winters without a single complaint. At 7:17 a.m., a white tow truck emblazoned with the HOA logo crept up my driveway. Behind the wheel sat Tom Hargrove, our 60-year-old maintenance manager, looking uneasy. Out stepped Laura Bennett, the 36-year-old HOA president, a corporate lawyer from Denver who'd swept into Pine Hollow 6 months earlier. She wore a sleek gray coat and impractical designer boots, clutching a clipboard as she marched toward me. "Mr. Mason," she called, stopping short of my steps. "We're addressing the vehicle situation today." I descended, boots crunching snow. "What vehicle situation?" "Your recreational equipment." She waved a manicured hand at my snowmobile. "The board passed our Green Peaks initiative last week. Gas-powered recreational vehicles are being phased out to cut our carbon footprint." "Green initiative?" I crossed my arms. "This snowmobile's been here 10 years. It's not recreation, it's my business." She thrust a document forward. Section 5, Paragraph 3 of our updated standards. All fossil fuel-powered recreational vehicles are banned in residential areas. Pine Hollow's on track to be the state's first carbon-neutral mountain community. The standoff unfolded like a scene from a V.Y. Ralph Video. Me, a weathered mountain man in flannel, arms crossed. Laura gesturing sharply, framed by my snow-draped cabin. "This is my livelihood," I said, voice steady. "Clients arrive at noon." Her expression tightened. "Businesses must switch to electric alternatives. No eco-conscious operation uses fossil fuels in 2023. Tom, proceed." Tom hesitated, a 20-year resident who'd shoveled my driveway last winter. He mouthed, "I'm sorry," before the hydraulic lift groaned, hoisting my Dula 15,000 machine into the air. Laura's triumphant smile gleamed as they drove off, my snowmobile swaying from chains. She didn't know she just ignited a fire in me, a mountain veteran with skills, allies, and nothing left to lose. That afternoon, I stared at the empty spot, my phone buzzing with frantic client messages. Dula 1200 gone, my reputation bruised, my mortgage looming. Laura hadn't just taken my snowmobile, she threatened everything I'd built. My cabin's wooden walls held decades of memories, wildlife photos, my grandfather's snowshoes, the first dollar from my tours. "Dad would have fought this," I muttered, touching the mantle he'd carved. "But smart." Online, I found gold, Pine Hollow's HOA bylaws. Section 12.4 demanded a 30-day notice and public comment for new rules affecting property. Section 17.2 exempted business equipment from recreational vehicle bans if safety standards were met. Laura's move was illegal under her own rules. Then came a text from Edith Harper, our 70-year-old historian. "Check your email." She'd documented 7 similar overreaches since Laura's arrival: gardens demolished, decorations seized, a veteran's bench moved, all targeting long-timers while newer residents got leniency. Minutes from a private meeting revealed Laura's plan. "In 5 years, we'll turn this backwater into a premium alpine destination for the right residents." The phrase seared me. The right residents. I called Henry Dawson, our former board president. "This isn't about standards," he said. "It's replacement. Property values rise, taxes spike, and originals can't stay. We need something big to wake everyone up." That night, inspiration hit, not just resistance, but a bold, legal statement. I dialed Chris Larson, an ice sculptor I'd helped scout locations for in Aspen. "Chris, it's Ryan Mason. I need a 6-foot ice sculpture. Can you be here tomorrow?" "For you, Ryan, I'll ditch my corporate gigs." "What's the Weishaun?" Me, flipping off the HOA office. A frozen middle finger. He laughed. "That's not just art, it's a revolution. I'll bring my team in Arctic-grade ice." Chris arrived at dawn with a refrigerated truck, 3 assistants, and crystal-clear ice. For 17 hours, chainsaws buzzed, chisels danced. My likeness emerged: mountain jacket, boots, coffee mug, middle finger raised, mounted on a granite base, reading, "This is my land. This is my answer. No snowmobile, no problem. I'll stay frozen too." Solar lights made it glow day or night. Edith spotted it first, laughing hysterically as she snapped photos. Word spread fast. Residents drove by, old-timers gave thumbs-ups, newcomers gawked. Henry parked for a prime VYEW, shouting, "That's mountain communication." By noon, news crews swarmed. Laura stormed up, furious. "This is obscene. It violates decency standards. No HOA rule bans ice sculptures," I said, sipping coffee. "But your bylaws do require notice and exempt my snowmobile." "This? It's just art." Her tarp attempt flailed in the wind, a VY-RAL clip in the making. Views soared, 75,000 by midnight, 2.1 million by dinner, the HOA middle finger trending. Radio hosts called me a symbol of defiance. Attorneys offered free help. Tourists flooded Pine Hollow, boosting local businesses. Laura's counterattacks backfired. Coverings vanished. Her snowblower stunt was filmed and captioned. HOA press attempts art destruction, flees when caught. On day 6, the TV producer, Greg Thornton, pitched a documentary. As we spoke, Tom rolled up with my snowmobile and an apology letter from the board, sans Laura citing bylaw violations and exemptions. "Guess you'll remove the sculpture?" Greg asked. "Winter ends, ice melts," I said. "But memory lasts." Pressure had mounted. Henry's lawyer's son flagged liabilities, businesses leveraged tourism gains, and 83 fan tram of residents signed a petition ousting Laura. At an emergency meeting, Edith's speech silenced the room. An HOA protects, not controls. We stopped forgetting that today. Laura was removed. Henry stepped in temporarily. A week later, Laura apologized on my porch, offering a check for lost income. "I wanted something special," she said. "I got control wrong." I softened the sculpture's gesture to an open hand, affirm stop symbolizing boundaries, not rage. It melted with spring, but Pine Hollow changed forever. Residents fought back creatively. The Torres family gardened around their tractor. The Parkers painted their fence with community art. Tourism jumped 37 fan tram. Bylaws were rewritten with resident input, and meetings became potlucks. Edith, now president, set a rule: if it doesn't harm your neighbor, it stays. A plaque now marks the spot. In 2023, a community learned rules without reason are tyranny, and neighbors without talk are strangers. My tours thrive, and Laura? She chairs sustainability, following our rules now.